I hate this. Living in the endless turmoil of a system in wide. Wages have nothing but toil. Through the cemetery trees, the weeds with birth disease. I've succumbed, the worm has conquered. Holding up to hate, we all share the same fate. System failed, the worm has conquered.
How's it going? It's Hesh. Well, I decided to change the name, first and foremost, for anyone who may come across this at a later date. And notice, it's no longer No Frills Gaming. It's now Whamco. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, I've always made little games. Well, not always. I took about a 10-year break. Just 2D little games. Put a few of them out there, but I've been having a blast with Godot and 3D gaming. Still playing a lot of games. I still have a lot of video content that I'm going to be putting out, although rather than change formats entirely, I'm just kind of doing things a little bit differently, going to ramp up for the next year. That's why I've been a little silent. Hello, kitty. Cat says hello. That's Millie. Yeah, so that's pretty much that. I'll be popping on, streaming a little bit here and there. I've got a couple videos that I'll be releasing the next week or two, and that's about that. For now, I've been working on this, I really don't know what to call it, bird game, Kyle the Cake Hater. Not a lot going on with it, really. I mean, it's not quite a game yet. You can do a couple things, you know, you can fly around and little fart boosting power, kick some cakes around, stuff like that. This is a little test world thing I got going on. Got some lava and some water. I just recently added this little shark guy. Eventually he'll act as kind of like a shop and a quest giver of sorts. I'm not really planning too much with the game. More messing around with a few different ideas. I've got this hatred meter here at the top and some rage fuel. That obviously is your flight power. I've got this hatred meter will build and build and build until you explode eventually, unless you kick some cakes. That's how I have things set up originally, but things evolve. And this kind of layout that I had before with a little city doesn't really work. It works if you have a slower bird, but that's no fun. It's better to kind of zip around, you know? Faster the better. So, as far as any kind of level layout is concerned, we're going to have to address that. I can still do stuff that's kind of more spread out, but the nature of that like sequence of gameplay will definitely have to be a little bit different. So, we'll see what I can come up with. That is precisely why I added this little pushable block. So you can kind of push things around. I can make that any object that I want. Quite easily, actually. Let's see. Yeah, see, I've got this guy, like, all jacked up for now. I'll show you what happens if you run out of rage. Oh, I need to put that meter up. For now, you know, you've got a number of seeds for that rage fuel that you need to come over here and eat the seeds in the pile to get some more. Otherwise you just jump. So I can have sequences where there's no food and you have to push blocks to get around. Pretty simple, but that's the goal. Keep things as simple as possible. That way, if it feels good, and you can kind of like have a little bit of fun with just very, very simple mechanics. Anything I like add will hopefully only enhance the experience, and it'll be easier to do so because I've got just this basic little core mechanic that kind of works to have fun with. That's the thought anyways. I'm not sure if that plays out in practice. One thing I have noticed though, considering how much more fun it is, having like a larger area. I'm definitely considering a lot more like tunnel type setups with different obstructions. I do believe I have. Where is it? Is that it? Oh wait, no. I don't even remember what I called it. Oh yeah. Here we go. There's this thing. I was just messing around with particles. Pretty neat. I've got, I can set different rates of rotation for it here. It just spews particles. Doesn't really do anything. But I can make all kinds of different obstructions. With something, it just like shoots particles that look cool. Electricity or whatever the hell that's supposed to be. I don't really know. I think I have another effect. I'm not sure if I kept it or not, that I was just playing with. Yeah, here we go. Just a straight field as well. That's pretty much all this is over here. Just a bunch of these things. But it's kind of neat. Oh, too fast. There we go. All I have to do is add an area to it, and there we go, some kind of little force field thing. I suppose it'll need some tweaking as everything, right? Make them all kinds of different wonky angles. Doesn't really matter, whatever serves the level. That's an issue that I have. But, I mean, I don't really know what the hell I'm doing. Learning as I go, so I'm sure I can get that figured out. I think it's the A-B thing. Visibility ranges. But, I mean, it looks alright. But, yeah, see, look at that. What's going on there? You can see where it clips it. Well, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking I need some kind of floating boost power up. I've got like French fries and stuff over here. These just give you a little bit of rage fuel, the Whamco Fresh French fries. The milkshakes here, they actually are going to be what powers your boost, your heart power. This bird's lactose intolerant. And the salt shakers, that's like a bird sense. I need to kind of have some kind of radar effect coming off of his head when you use that. And I need to make it follow the rigid bodies around. It does not. See? All kinds of problems with that, but once again, just ideas, putting ideas together to see how it feels. And so far, I think a pretty fast, crazy bird will be pretty neat. I have these little shark guys here. I'm going to make a red variant for lava, but I'm going to put them in water and lava. Just have them jump out at you if you get too close. Simple, stupid things like that. Yeah. Nothing too crazy. So I'm thinking, because I have this rat, I'm thinking maybe some cheese. The rats are the enemies. These little dudes here. Excuse me. So, Yeah. Let's make something up real quick. Let's make a block of cheese. Those are nice and easy. Absolutely. It's a triangle. Can't go wrong with that, right? Alright, let's see. Wait, wrong one. I get the controls, the hotkeys mixed up sometimes. I'm at a 16:1 scale here. Not that it really matters. You know what? Tiny, tiny little piece of cheese for now. I don't know. Cool. Guess I'll just make it a complete wedge. Might as well. I mean, it's a piece of cheese. Doesn't really matter much, does it? I wonder if I should bring the back up. Oh. It's gonna be floating in the air. I don't think too many people are gonna really see it, if anybody even sees the damn game at all. Beyond maybe a replay of this, huh? Jeez. Woo! How cool is that? Oh. Yay, cheese. It's a masterpiece. A masterpiece. I don't know, 6. That's alright. Gotta have some holes, right? Maybe that's a bit much, huh? Blue cheese, right? I don't know. I'm colorblind, actually, so when the wife isn't here, it makes it hard. Not really. I've been a graphic designer for well over 25 years. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. I mean, good enough to make money, I guess. It's gonna be obscured anyways. I have a gas cloud kind of thing that I'm gonna put around this little guy here, so why not? If you're a Blockbench user, I found this cool little plugin called Plaster. Essentially what it does, here I'll show you. You can see these UVs here are like, they're kind of right up on the edge. What it'll do is it just creates a small margin for you. I always create an extra large one. I'm not sure if you caught that. Probably not. But it just insets everything, just the tiniest amount. And it actually does make a big difference. But, I mean, there's probably a billion better ways to do things. I don't know. I just do things randomly. So it is what it is. I think Blockbench is pretty cool. It made things quite easy to put together. And I like the fact that I can do little bits of animation and stuff right here in Blockbench. That makes it easy as well. Get in there. There we go. One thing that I've noticed, you've got animation presets that you can add that are, you know, actually they're pretty cool, you know. But when you import them into Godot, they break half the time. They didn't used to, but they do now. Not a worry though, because all I need for this is position and rotation. Just gonna make a really quick and dirty too quick and dirty animation. Okay. Perfect. Cool. Gonna cheat. Yay! Well, that's like a bucking bronco, man. That's that ain't right, man. You know what? It doesn't really matter, because just to see if it even works as an item in the game, like the idea. But I'm pretty sure uploading instantaneous speed boosts works for games like this. Only one way to find out. And that's to stick it in here and let's see. Cool. Alright. Don't mind the mess, huh? Cool. Dump it at the bottom. It does that sometimes. Yep. That's one thing that I kind of don't like. An issue with. Unless I'm just freaking blind, which is entirely possible. There we go. Yep, I'm blind. There we go. Cool. Now we just have to make the moldy cheese actually do something. I wonder if that's even going to be big enough. Yeah, look at this. See, I didn't fuck with the UVs or anything. Maybe it has to do with the way I'm importing it or the way I like stretched it out. I don't really care. A lot of it. There's a lot of things that look this way, but I don't really care because I'm just throwing it together. Chuck, on the other hand, the other game that I'm working on, that's a long ways out. I care on that, but that's going to be slow going for quite some time. Essentially, all I have to do here is just set this to load and play its float animation like constantly. Man, that's a bit fast. Should probably adjust the speed scale on that, huh? That's a little bit better. Cool. Definitely need an area so that we can detect when the player hits it. You know what? Yeah, considering you're gonna have to fly through it, I didn't want to do a ring or anything like that. It's too obvious. I mean, floating cheese, right? That's the way, isn't it? Boy. Okay, I have. Or I did. Anyways, I thought I had some green gas. There we go. Yep, that's what I'm looking for. that's a lot. You know what? I think I made my cheese too small. That's okay though. Just make that bigger. I don't know. We're gonna go 3 times. Figure out all of that. Oh, dang it. That's more like it. I really do not like that animation. That is just... That's so bad. Oh well, I mean... What do I expect, right? For such a quick little thing. Couple things. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna need to make a sound for this, aren't I? I don't think I have a sound that I can use for when you chomp it. Oh well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You can just whip one up. Boost speed, I do believe, actually. That's what I have that set at. Let's double check. Yep. Perfect. That should do it. Oh, kitty. Now, just get rid of this thing, huh? Get in here and see what happens. Terrible, terrible. Save it in the wrong folder. Way to find out. There we are. Where it should be. Good. I mean, it's pretty big, but we want it kind of big, right? Makes it easier to fly into. Let's see if that works. Yep, it works. See, no boost. Boost. Nice and easy. Cool. Now I just need to make a sound for it. Fun. Easy enough. See what I got to mess with. Definitely need some kind of munch and crunch sound. I guess like I don't know. I guess we could just do a munch, but I already have a munch in there, so it's got to be different, not just your regular munch. I guess I don't know if there's anything in here I can pull. You know what? I'm thinking maybe just a munch and a whoosh. No need for the pop, right? Let's see. So yeah, we want the munch first. Like that. There. That's our munch. Sure. Almost. Maybe just good enough. Doing the final sound is going to be really, really cool. Especially when it comes time to do all the music and stuff. That's going to be neat. It's always a good time. I enjoy making stupid, silly tunes and things like that. All right, moldy cheese. Neat. Get okay. Cool. That works. Won't autofill for me here. All right, now some kind of indication. I need to have some sparks. Maybe I don't want to do just another fart because we already got that bad boy there, and I mean same particle. Cool. I missed it. Okay, we definitely need to make the shape a little bit larger on that guy there for sure. Well, yeah, duh, huh? Really help. It's smaller. Just double it. That should help. Only one way to find out. Yeah, I had to get those values under control. Cool. Piece of cheese we can eat. What do you think about that, shark? Huh? Anything to say? I don't think he's got anything to say. Just walk right off, all over the guy. Got nothing going on. Doesn't even care. Sweet. I think that works out pretty well, actually. With proper spacing, that's for sure. Definitely gotta put those suckers up in the air. Yeah, I could probably make some kind of slalom courses, with different obstacles and stuff. Kind of like one of those endless runners, but not a runner. Farting bird. Yeah. Maybe some, tight little spaces. Lots of cheese. All right. Yeah, I can see something like that working out pretty well. And then as far as like pushing objects, I can pretty much add anything I want and make it pushable. Like any rigid body 3D, which just means like physics object, anything I want, I can just by default, it will be kickable. I'll just add a sphere really quick. There, we've got a sphere there. There we go. Yeah, there. Simple sphere. Just save it as ass. I always have ass in everything. You know, you want to just mess around with something really quick. You should overwrite it. But yeah, that should work. Right out of the gate right here. Push it around. I've got a character body 3D for the player. Then these are all rigid bodies. Wow, it's really going somewhere, isn't it? Get back over. That physics is neat, right? I have no idea. I'm using the built-in. Apparently, Jolt is better. Not sure. Not that it really makes much of a difference to something like this. Who knows? This might wind up turning into a browser game or some shit. I have no idea. Bird might never see the light of day. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought, adding that piece of cheese there. I was thinking about maybe adding some kind of like little picnic bench and mailboxes, some sort of like little park city scene. You can come down and kick the shit out of everything down there. I don't know, because like I said, anything can be an object. I really want to focus on speed though, going as fast as we possibly can. Like, I think that's gonna make a big difference. That's where all the fun's gonna be. Not big open areas like this. The more I think about it, I'm not so sure that's the way to do it. Tear this apart and just make some narrow stuff, I suppose. All these blocks are just together. Not a big deal. Suppose I could turn some tunes back on. Better than the snoring cat. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but I have a snoring cat on my lap. all of this garbage for now. Ooh, not that. There we go. I'm wondering if that's going to be a decent width. Not sure. The only way to find out, though, huh? We'll just make a bunch of long, narrow, narrow hallways. Maybe some 90-degree turns. See what happens. Extremely long. That's a long hallway there. Definitely gonna need some stinky cheese for this one. Oh wow, yeah, that seems awfully wide. Well, that's cool. If there's gonna be obstructions, I suppose it's gonna have to be, right? Oh, hey, no. Jeez. Probably have to come up with some kind of system to load in chunks or something. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure how performant Godot really is with 3D, or with anything for that matter. I mean, I've seen some wild stuff made in this engine. Quite impressive, but I mean, those people also know what the hell they're doing. So, let's see. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, there'd have to be a lot of different obstacles. Moving obstacles as well, not just like static stuff. Hey, come here. Come here, I'm eating you. See, and even then, something like that goes too fast. I'm not sure if anybody's watching this, but if you have any input, you're like, hey, you know what? The bird thing is stupid. Don't do it in a straight line. Make a hexagon. Let me know. I'm absolutely open to whatever. It's kind of cool just messing around with it, seeing what all I can come up with. I almost made this guy control more like Star Fox, but I wanted to keep the players smashing the shit out of their space bar. I'm in league with the keyboard manufacturers, kind of like Flappy Bird. You have to kind of keep going, but things evolve. This definitely has. I don't know. I think something like this might work. Especially if I can force you low to the ground. I think having all this height, maybe that's part of the problem, huh? Maybe not. Cooler. Eh. Way too low. Only one way to find out. See, now I feel like I gotta have the guy like going through cave. Maybe for a certain section. I love how the lighting's wigging out. Yeah, I don't know, it kind of helps. Helps with the sense of speed a little bit, but not anything else. Definitely have to get some obstacles going. Put the pressure on with the hatred, so you've got to get to the cakes. And then with the added pressure of having to manage your actual flight power, I think maybe something could come of that. Can't think of any other like actual mechanic that I would want to add to anything like this. I mean, aside from the whole pushing thing, because you will run out of seed. So that's kind of one thing that I can add as a fail-safe too for some of the level design. It's very easy, I've noticed, in cases like with something like this, in spite of how much seed there actually is around this entire level, it's really easy to still run out. Especially when you're trying to like get up to places like this. See, I have barely enough rage fuel here to get up to that French fry, and if I don't, I'm dead. See? So, what do you do? I mean, it's just a bad decision, but you can't overly punish the player, you know, especially for not like knowing the map or being able to prepare, you know. You don't want them to like fail a run or a level a billion times just trying to figure out where the stupid thing is that they have to get. That's why I wanted to put something in like the bird sense. But even that isn't the cure-all for everything, right? Look at all those fucking cakes. That's ridiculous. So, balance, right? But running around kicking the cakes by itself actually is pretty cool. The faster flight is pretty cool. I think chaining those cheeses, I think that'll actually be really cool too. Once I do some more work with these rat guys too, that's going to be neat. I think I'm going to have them push around little bombs and different things like that. Objects that you can interact with as well. So perhaps they'll throw a bomb at you if you're on the ground and you can kick it back. Or they'll throw it at you while you're airborne. You can smack it. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that can be done. The only thing that matters is what's fun and what isn't. Yes, Millie. Hello. How are you? Yeah, pretty cool. But you can see, if I just kind of stand here and don't do anything, I'm getting really, really angry. Hatred is rising. And I need to kick a cake. That brings it down a little bit, but not enough. I don't think I'm going to make it. I have the timer set really, really low, obviously, so you can really take your time. Figuring out a rate between how much hatred you lose when you kick a cake and how much you gain just by standing around. It's going to be tricky, because that's going to have to be balanced with the level designs themselves. And then he got too mad, he exploded, and right now the game will obviously just crash. Yes, Kitty, hello. The game will just crash because it doesn't know what to do. I have yet to do any particles or anything like that. For feathers, I would like to have some feathers coming down. I'm going to move the camera out so you can, you know, probably see the bird explode. Maybe some little parts as well as some feathers. Not too sure yet. Not too sure at all. Pretty sure something like this will work out well. I wonder if I were to, yeah, possibly combine the two. Start on the ground, have to go. Then I can make a volcano, right? The rats are at the volcano. They flooded the earth by melting the polar ice caps. That's why there's water everywhere. And yeah, you have to make your way to the volcano to take out the rats. And I got nothing. I got nothing. This needs to be something, though. That just has to be bigger. All there is to it. Some twists and turns. Maybe some more verticality. Your boost speed is factored into your vertical as well as your horizontal movement. So like you ascend faster as well. Not only that bit, you can kind of bunny hop your way to a higher speed as well. There's a limit, but it does help. Ooh. I'm going to reset everything here. Oh, you know what? That's something I didn't think about. I don't have enough fuel to keep going. Yeah, I'll probably have to put, you know, a boost, some French fries, maybe like every other one, huh? That would be smart. There. You need to add some cakes on posts that you can kind of stop and smack. Ideally, I think I should have them kind of floating. Something floating. Something like the cake that floats for a sequence like this. Because having to land in the middle of moving is going to suck. Oh, that's not the business right there. Yeah, that's impossible. Oof, okay. Oh, and this is why it's good to test absolutely every little thing over and over and over, as many times as you can, any and every little idea. Because, while the French fries are good for while you're in the city, or a small situation like this, they work out well. Yeah, in the corridor of doom, that's just a no-go. Yeah, there's no way. That was ridiculous. I managed to get one. Maybe I could just make them giant, right? Bird went big on his order. I'm not sure. Thoughts? Let me know. Hit the comments or something. I'd appreciate it. Shoot me a sub. Shoot me a like. I don't know if anybody really watches the video on demand, but I'll definitely be putting out a couple actual like attempts at like devlog videos instead of me just kind of messing around with ideas. But I'm trying to get kind of used to the idea of maybe streaming sometimes, get a little bit more comfortable with the idea. Maybe write out some of the things that I plan on doing before I jump on. I knew I was going to make some kind of speed boost item here today. That's what I did. It didn't take very long at all because obviously it's a wedge that took 10 seconds to paint and it looks like shit. But the idea is what I was after, right? Like, does it actually help or hinder the bird having speed boosts like this? And it definitely helps the bird. Yeah, he's a happy guy, so that's good. Ah, see? Screwed myself. Push this on over here. I think there's quite a bit that can be done. I don't want to spoil too much, but I do have some ideas. I've got like kind of a general outline for a little storyline. A couple different ideas as to what types of levels I would like to put into this, and it's more than just flying straight and, you know, picking cakes like this. Not much more. Very simple, very arcadey. But I better get to work, huh? I don't want to spoil any of that. That'll come out in a video if I decide to actually do that stuff. The whole devlog video thing is kind of weird to me. I watched a ton of them. Everybody's got their own style. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are just boring, like I'm sure this is. I wouldn't really consider this a devlog or a dev stream. I mean, I guess, maybe, kind of. It's just kind of me fucking about with my ideas here. I guess that's all it is for anybody. Some of these guys are just so good at what they do. I don't know. I mean, I'm just learning all this crap. So, I'm not trying to compete with nobody. Just me. Having fun, right? Hopefully I'll be able to make something out of this that people will actually enjoy. More than just a piece of cheese. I've been working on some of the stuff for my other games. Well, there's games, but trying to figure out how to make a tree stump look like it's being lived in by a blob. I'm not exactly a great illustrator or artist by any means. It's kind of my first go around and everything. I've never tried to 3D model anything in my life. So my stuff is simple, but it looks like I would draw it, and that's my goal from the beginning. I don't want to be producing stuff that like looks all super crazy, fancy, you know, Unreal Engine 5, ray traced, fucking nah, man. I'm like, give me some Nintendo 64, GameCube stuff, and I'm happy with it. Like this kind of garbage, you know what I mean? Keep it to my abilities. I don't know. That said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and eat a little something. Probably come back with some Enshrouded. I've been playing Enshrouded the last couple days, and pretty nice. They just updated it again, and there's some pretty cool stuff in it. So I started from scratch again last night. I think I'll be playing with that a little bit. I'm going to sketch out some level design ideas for what I have here, these little elements, these building blocks. And I think I'll probably be back tomorrow with a little stream of whatever the hell this is, and put together a level and play through it quite a few times, iterate on it a little bit, and see if it's worth pursuing. Who knows? I might have to do a little bit more work to it over the next week or so, and offer up a link in my Discord that I have yet to share a link with. I've taken the last year to kind of figure out what the fuck it is that I'm going to be doing with this channel. I've tried different types of videos and things like that, and a little website, you know, writing little articles, things like that. I think I've pretty well settled in on what I'm going to do and what will work for me, and I'm looking forward to this next year. So for now, I'm just kind of having fun making games, having fun playing them. A couple more videos for this year, and next year's looking pretty good. So, yeah, once again, much love. I thank you for checking this out if and when you do. And I'll see you on the next one. Later.